Hi, my name is Moshe. Something else I mentioned once, but yeah, podcast. Apologies for the lateness of this. I had a few things on. Talk about the Spurs Liverpool game. I know lots happened. Harry's court case and Fabio resigning, but I'll come on to that in another podcast. But right now, Spurs v Liverpool. I thought it was a fair point. The way we played like a 4-5, 4-3-3. They played 4-3-3. I don't know. It was a very strange formation. Two defensive midfielders. They had, I won't say two defensive, but Adams and Spearing can play defensive. So I think we cancel each other out. All in all, I thought we played well. Bale kind of worried me a little bit. I wouldn't say that's his worst performance, but it was worrying because, he did, there was that dive which I didn't like, and then he could have got, two bookings. First of all he dived, then he pushed the player in the chest, and you don't do that. That's the one thing you never do. You never lose your cool that way. Don't run on Skull. There's some dodgy tackles on him, and I think it says something. The most interesting thing about this game was the cat. Scotty Parker, he was awesome, as was Dawson. I think stylistically, Andy Carroll is a great matchup for him. Big, strong, powerful. Dawson also big, strong, and powerful. What has been Dawson's kryptonite has been those quick players that can turn on a sixpence, and those are the players that can, that do him a lot. And Carroll's just too big to do that, and and that's the real thing he has. Suarez, that was a very vicious kick. I mean, how the hell he was sent off for that? I mean, the referee did see, so he does book him, but I don't know. If different referee, I think what it boils down to is he let Bale off for the push, so I think he let Suarez off for the kick. I think that's what it boils down to. Livermore, it was impressive. He was tidy. The one thing I'd like to see from Livermore is more willingness to get forward. A lot of people had a go at Adebayor, he doesn't care. No, if you look at it, there's a moment, right? Adebayor has the ball, and it's a good position, but there are four players around him, and he's looking for anyone to get forward. And it's not as if we don't have pace in the team. We got two men on the ball. We didn't have enough people running forward. Like Livermore should have been able to do that. I think obviously now the motor of Livermore, I don't think we're seeing Jermaine Jones anytime soon because Livermore's very tight in possession, doesn't give the ball away anyway near as much as Jermaine Jones used to, but he doesn't get forward as much, and he needs to get forward ahead of he needs to get ahead of strikers. He needs to time his runs. That's all about timing. Sandro does that. Sandro will do that, and it's that spider sense I think he's got. And obviously, Brazil international played at top level at Brazil and in England and Champions League. Livermore hasn't had that opportunity yet, and that's why I said to quite a few people. I think Livermore should get given the chance to go on loan next season for a full long season because he is playing a safety first something. He's worried about, obviously, I'm not saying he's worried about being dropped, but as soon as John comes back, he'll be on the bench. As soon as Huddleston comes back, is he even going to get on that bench? His chances are limited because he's got three people ahead of him. And to be honest, I think Parker could have done that job by himself. I really do. I think Parker is that good a player, and therefore, I don't think Livermore's that player yet. Can he be? You never can tell, but I think if he goes to a club like Swansea's, like your Norwich's, or even Southampton, a team where he's going to be playing regularly. I mean, Swansea play very good football, lots of passing, but they do a lot of sideways plays back. But they have to face second season syndrome. Same as Norwich, maybe not so much, because it's people, the way Norwich play isn't so radically different as the way Swansea plays. I think people will learn to adapt to the way Swansea play. But someone like Southampton, who knows? Even West Ham. I hate to say it, do play good football, and they, unfortunately, will come up. They will need players. Why not Livermore? You turn them down. So, once I don't know if that's something possible, but yeah, why shouldn't he? I think he'll get regular first team football. He's shown he is a safe. I don't know, pair of feet, I guess, in the Premiership. So yeah, Luka Modric had the touches, but if there aren't those players in front of him, the Van der Vaarts, the Adebayors, it's difficult, to him to get those penetrating passes. Walker wasn't able to beat Johnson, which is kind of worrying because Johnson's quick and strong, but he's not a right-sided player. Not a left-sided player, so that was kind of worrying. I think it's something he has to work on as well. Being able to beat his man because as Lennon's found out, you can't always use your pace. And that's something he has to learn to figure out. then you're going to get forward as much. And credit to Liverpool, they did pin us down. I mean, Bellamy is not a player who's off the ball running. I was very much wary of. Adams, I think, apparently Liverpool just shaded it. Possession 52%, to 48. And this is Anfield. Anfield, they should be dominating possession. And towards the end, they gave us a bit of problems because we did defend deep. We were resolute. We've shown the spine, but the best teams are able to show spine yet be able to attack, and they have that balance. And we're a work in progress. And that's it really. In terms of King was superb. I don't think we'll be playing again against Newcastle. I think that would be a huge ask, especially. But if he can, that would be great. And obviously it'll be interesting because Demba Ba, excellent movement. He's quick. He's got superb movement, and I'd like to see how Dawson's able to handle that. Hopefully Raf will be back, but I'll cover that in a future podcast. Anyway, I thought the point was fair deserved. I'd like to go on all three, especially given what happened with Chelsea and Man U. But you take unfortunately you don't take chances. And Bale, I don't know why he didn't take it with his right foot. He can shoot with his right foot. I just felt that if you look at the ball, it does spin a little bit, so he does have trouble control. He doesn't get the full whack into it. So it was a great pass by Nico, who again, check out Spurs from UK. There's a really good poll on him right now. Whether you think he's good enough for us, I think he's a great player. Whether he's the player we need him to be now, probably not. He was that player then because we were outside the Europa. Maybe trying to get into the Europa. Obviously, our horizon have expanded somewhat, and therefore I think we need more than what Nico can offer us. But he came in, did a great job. Anyway, hope you enjoyed Spurs podcast. As always, check out obviously Spurs from the UK, topspurs.com. and SpursOdyssey.co.uk or Spurs.com, I can't remember which one it is. No shout outs today, but I'll tell you what, Eggsy, you'll get a shout out. I'm sorry I can't give it to you on Facebook, but you get my shout out, okay? I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully I'll hear back from Kevin sometime soon, and therefore we can do the Newcastle preview. If not, I'll be doing that, and I'll also be talking about. Do we lose old is it Arrivederci as some put it? We'll find out. Anyway, as always, come on you Spurs.